Welcome to this week's edition of Biloxi A to Z. This is for Friday, September 24th, 2021. Today we'll tell you about an Ida refugee that's been spotted near the Biloxi Commercial Harbor and the Biloxi Smallcraft Harbor. And legally speaking, there was some outstanding progress on the efforts to see a new public pier at Veterans Avenue. There's a host of improvements underway at the public parking lot south of the Biloxi Lighthouse. We'll have your musical weekend preview, the COVID-19 update, and if you need a job, we say apply now with the City of Biloxi. But we begin today with Operation Clean Sweep, a citywide cleanup that will work only if everyone does their part. Chief Administrative Officer Mike Leonard made the announcement during the City Council meeting on Tuesday.
In order to catch up, the mayor has ordered a one-week push of additional trucks that we're going to call this Operation Clean Sweep. The extra trucks will be provided by our contingency contractor, Crowder Gulf, who you'll recall from days of cleaning up after Zeta, those great big trucks with the self knuckle boom and big trailer behind it. We've got two of those trucks coming, one to work north of the bay and one south of the bay, and they'll begin to work next Monday. And they'll work through next Friday and haul as much debris as we can. Residents, what we're trying to do is with this push is to get caught up so that the Pelican Waste can go back to a normal routine and keep up. Right now they can't keep up. There's just too much stuff out there. What we're asking, and we've got a good public affairs push going on this. We're asking residents and business locations to get their vegetative debris, limbs and so forth, and construction materials all out to the curb. The debris, we're asking them to segregate it so that it can be picked up separately. We're asking them to bag loose limbs and small limbs and trees and so forth. With a good week-long push, we hope to get the backlog of debris removed so that we can go back to a weekly pickup.
The city is now asking residents to do their part this weekend. Move yard waste, such as tree limbs and more, to the curb. In fact, here's a better way to say it in 29 seconds. Okay, Biloxi, it's time to bring your tree limbs, bag leaves, and other yard waste to the curb. Let's clean up your property and clean up this city. Operation Clean Sweep takes place next week, September 27th through October 1st. Please do your part. Bring your tree limbs, bag leaves, and yard waste out to the curb by Monday morning. Let's make it a good clean sweep. The clean sweep of neighborhoods is just part of the overall effort to improve the look of Biloxi, especially with a record-breaking Cruising the Coast just about a week away. There's no doubt work is needed along Highway 90, and Mayor Gillich spoke to that issue this week.
Let me add, we're in the middle of an assessment of what needs to be done between now and cruising, and we're not prepared to give you the updates, but some of you are aware of what we're trying to do to get Highway 90 in the sand and in conjunction with MDOT and the governor and everyone else that the county, in order to get this ship shape by the start of cruising. It may or may not be done, but I think we've made some tremendous progress in the team that we've engaged to manage the project, get the numbers together. We have the numbers together. I'm not quite ready to pull the trigger with who's going to pay what, but that's a big process and it's still important, so we'll update you as soon as we feel we've got the act together so we can go forward.
In other news, this week a court has again rebuffed an overstep by the Mississippi Secretary of State. Two courts have now ruled that municipalities have the right to develop and lease their waterfronts. A few weeks ago, a court ruled that a developer could move forward with plans at the Long Beach Harbor, and now comes a ruling involving the proposed public pier at Veterans Avenue in West Biloxi. Here's Biloxi City Attorney Peter Abide with an update to the Biloxi City Council this week.
You may recall last year the council, along with the county, entered into an agreement to have RW rebuild the Veterans Pier, and shortly thereafter the Secretary of State filed suit against the city and the county for an injunction saying we didn't have the right to do that, that we needed to have a tidelands lease before we could do anything. There were arguments held yesterday in Hancock County before Judge Schlegel. Both sides had cross motions for final disposition. The court ruled in the favor of the city and the county, saying that no tidelands lease would be needed here because there are already existing statutes that give us the right to control our harbors and piers.
And in fact, reclaim some things too.
Yeah, that's my co-counsel. But then the Secretary of State had a cross motion saying he had sole authority, which was denied. So we're waiting on to put that in writing. That was an oral opinion she gave, but within the next couple of weeks, we should have that, which will be a big help to things we're trying to do in the city to give public access to the waterfront and help promote what we feel Tidelands is all about.
Thank you, Mr. Abad. Does co-counsel have any more comments?
I'll rest my case.
There you go.
Unfortunately, the Secretary of State is expected to continue the court battle over the Veterans Avenue Pier. But the city, Harrison County, and RW Development are ready to move forward with what will be a tremendous public asset in West Biloxi. And we remind you once again, if you're looking for a job, the city of Biloxi has openings. About 40 of them right now in just about all departments. These jobs come with an attractive benefits package. New employees get 18 paid days of vacation, plus 12 paid holidays a year. There's a robust and affordable medical, dental, and vision plan for employees and their families, and there's even a convenient free clinic. Employees with the City of Biloxi have education pay benefits, tuition assistance, civil service protection, and you'll be a member of PERS, the state's public employee retirement system. And of course, the City of Biloxi is an equal opportunity employer. You can see all of the job openings online in just 2 clicks. Go to the City of Biloxi website, click on Human Resources. Once you're there, click on the job postings and you can see detailed job descriptions for each position. There's also contact information and even an online application for you to download and fill out at your convenience.
As of Thursday, September the 23rd, the Health Department reports more than 2,000 new cases of the coronavirus statewide. The state also reports 42 new deaths that occurred between July the 13th and September the 21st. In Harrison County, more than 200 new cases of the virus were reported on Thursday. 2 deaths were also reported, but they occurred between July the 13th and September the 13th. Overall, more than 480,000 cases of the virus have been reported throughout Mississippi since the pandemic began 18 months ago. Statewide, more than 9,300 Mississippians have died from COVID-19. At the hospitals, as of Tuesday, September the 21st, more than 750 people were in Mississippi hospitals with COVID-19. 284 of those were in the intensive care units. As for Mississippi's low vaccination rate, as of Wednesday, September the 22nd, still only 40% of the population is fully vaccinated. As for Harrison County, the vaccination rate has increased only by 1% to 37% of residents being reported as fully vaccinated, according to the Health Department. If you need one of the COVID-19 vaccinations, Memorial Hospital has a COVID-19 walk-in clinic located at 189C Walmart Lane in Biloxi. The clinic is open weekdays from 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. Appointments are encouraged. For more information, visit online at wearememorial.com or call 228-867-5000. For more information about vaccinations, links to appointments, and safety protocols, visit the city's website at biloxi.ms.us, or you may call the Mississippi COVID-19 hotline at 877-978-6453 to schedule a COVID-19 vaccination. This weekend forecast is for nice weather with no rain, sun, and temperatures ranging from the upper 50s and 60s at night and in the lower 80s during the day. For some people, this is their favorite time of year. This weekend, the Gulf Coast Invitational Marching Band Festival and competition will take place at the Biloxi State High Stadium off Indian Drive. Check out this video created by our friends at WLOX.
This Saturday, the Biloxi High School Band and Band Boosters will be hosting the Gulf Coast Invitational. This is a marching band festival and competition for marching bands along the Mississippi Gulf Coast and around the region. We've hosted this event since 2012, and this may be the most important one ever, our first one in 2 years since COVID hit. We'd love everybody to come out and support these hardworking students. This Saturday, we anticipate having 16 of the area's finest marching bands here at Biloxi High School to compete and show all the hard work they've put in. All of these bands and band students are the heart and soul of their schools. We'd love everybody to come out and support them and show them the love that they deserve. I think someone who's never been to a marching band competition would be surprised at the talent level and the skill that these kids possess. When you watch these kids, you'll be amazed at all the things that they can do with their instruments, with their flags, with their drums. These kids put in a lot of hours both before, during, and after school, and the talent level is off the charts. There's not a better way to spend your Gulf Coast weekend than at the Gulf Coast Invitational this Saturday at Biloxi High School.
Gates open at noon and performances will begin at 1 p.m. Admission is $10 and free for children ages 5 and younger. Over at the District Green on Howard Avenue, there will be a Gulf Coast produce artist and farmers market. The event will take place from 9 a.m. to noon and will feature over 30 artists and produce vendors. For more information on these events and other happenings, check out the Biloxi Community Calendar on the city's website and in the September edition of B News Monthly. An alligator has been spotted in the waters near the Biloxi Small Craft Harbor, the Commercial Harbor, and near the Hard Rock Hotel. In fact, there were 2 of them, and a smaller one was caught and relocated the other day. The search continues for the other. So we leave you today with a look at another unwelcome visitor from a few years ago on the beach near the Biloxi Lighthouse. We'll see you again next week.
Already got this thing wrapped up.
How often does this happen?
About once a year, possibly. Alligators get lost, come down the river because they're freshwater looking for food. Get down here in the saltwater messes their vision up and their senses up.
No injuries, and have you done this before?
A couple times.
So you're going to do a TV show or anything?
No, this is the extent of it.
When somebody sees something like this, what should they do?
Call 911 if they're in immediate danger of hurting anybody. If not, document it. Call Wildlife, Fisheries, and Parks at 1-800-BE-SMART. If you can't get in touch with them, you can call the local police department.
What's the number again?
1-800-BE-SMART.
Thank you.
Have a good one.